Now, I know nothing about this area, so I headed over to Grape Day Park, which is home to the Escondido Historical Center. Inside, I met the executive director, Wendy Barker, who told me more about Escondido's development.
Eventually, the way the town really started was in 1886. A group of investors purchased this whole area, which was almost 13,000 acres, and they were called the Escondido Land and Town Company, and their whole mission was to start a town. So they built a bank, they built a hotel, they brought in the railroad, they built what they called the model home, and so they bring people into the community because they had all this land to sell and tell them what a fabulous place it was to live in Escondido, and they built it up from there. One of the things I think is interesting is that in a lot of communities, all of those buildings would have been very close together, like on the same block, but they really spaced them out here. From the depot to the bank to the hotel was 1 mile on Grand Avenue. So it was spaced out from the beginning. They had a big vision. They would give free land to anybody who would build a church or a school. And USC actually came in and they built this big school. It's called the seminary. Never had enough students, so eventually it became Escondido High School.
Escondido's Historical Society is located in this great little historical building.
This is the Escondido City's first public library, built in 1895, and it's our office, and it has been here in Grape Day Park since 1971, which also has a really interesting history. It's the location of the very first elementary school, and it was called the Lime Street School. The street that we're off of is Broadway today, but at the time it was called Lime Street. And it was the place where they did a lot of community celebrations, including burning the big water bond, which was a very big deal for our community in 1905. And then a few years later, they started this event called Grape Day, and they had it behind the school. Well, 2 years later, the school was torn down, but Grape Day continued, was a huge event for our community, and so this became Grape Day Park. We added a Victorian house, a barn, blacksmith shop, which we built, Santa Fe Depot, which is a very historic building for our community, built in 1888, and a railroad car that we have a model train in. So we have a really good mix of community life, including transportation, home life, civic life, whole thing right here in Grape Day Park.
This place was cool. It's a nice museum loaded with great information and antiques from Escondido's past. Wendy and I checked out some early pictures of the area and then headed on down a couple of buildings to the Frank Penner Barn, where blacksmith Pete Riley was ready to teach me a thing or two. This is old school.
This is old school.
That stuff ever flick off on you, or you get any hot things?
A lot.
Yeah? So what do you guys do here?
Well, actually, this is blacksmith school.
Okay.
We have a beginner's class and an advanced class.
So what's a beginner's class all about?
Well, the beginner's class, we teach them how the safety of working around fires.
Okay.
They'll make a punch, they'll make a chisel. From there, they can make what they want.
They got to pull the other one out now? Woo! Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That baby's hot.
Turn that off for a bit.
Now we're gonna...
Yep.
There's no other easier way to do this, huh?
Nope.
But this is how they did it back then.
This is the fun way.
What are you doing there? Aren't you burning your hands on that? You don't have any gloves.
Obviously.
Man, you're a man's man. Shoot, I need gloves. All right, so I gotta check my, Oh,
Just
yeah.
rock it back and forth a couple times. There
Yeah.
you go. You got it. Oh yeah, you're good. There you go.
Perfect. Squidward.
Usually check, make sure they're cool
We
before
can
we
make
give them to
money
the
off
kids.
of these things.
No, we give them to the kids, and if they want to donate, we have a donation box.
No, we can make money off of these things. Not only do they offer blacksmith classes, they also offer wagon wheel and woodworking classes too. My time with Pete and Wendy was fun. Grape Day Park is a beautiful area. Next, I walked over to see Escondido's first railroad depot, which is here too. It may be strange, but it gave me a good feeling knowing that something with such historical value had been preserved and cared for so well. Back in the day, this building was pretty important to the people of Escondido, and it still is today.